Hello everyone, it's me, Jade, your local artist and cryptid. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different from the usual, and it is a video process about me painting a cute little sparrow with acrylics. First, I started with a sketch with a mechanical pencil, doing just some small line work. Nothing too detailed that will be part of the painting process. I just use, for this moment, white, red, yellow and black, a palette of warm colors. At the beginning it doesn't look like I'm doing much progress, but later you will be able to spot some little details to reveal some parts of the painting as I shade, as I focus on the contrast. Painting traditional with one of your favorite mediums can be quite therapeutic. Also, painting a good one of this log of good feels like a raw canvas. Before starting painting, I counted the rings of this log, and it turned out it was 38, which is quite amusing. As I continue, I just trust the process, not focusing on painting feather by feather, just playing with different shades of browns, grays, yellows. As I progress, the paint is starting to become alive. Slowly, little by little. I only use during the whole process one single brush. It wasn't necessary to use anything else. Started with a mechanical pencil and use acrylic as I rendered slowly and just trusting the process. Sparrow has been always one of my favorite birds because when I used to live back in the mountains, in the countryside, when I was very little, about every spring hatchlings, at least two of them used to fall from the nest, and I was there, ready to give them a second chance. Despite being so young, I was able to raise so many of them. Funny enough, most of them were females, and in very rare occasion, a male one. I gave them the opportunity to rise, learn how to fly, and eventually releasing them back to the nature, where they used to come back, even in bigger numbers. They used to be tall pines next to my childhood home. I used to feed them leftovers, whatever, and they was always really happy to come back, but always staying in the wild. I believe they are marvelous creatures. Creatures of the nature. They just going around, doing what they do. And it's sad to know that they are slowly disappearing because, well, many factors. Climate change, numbers dwindling because of other kind of birds in the area. But it always made me happy to see them because they're very opportunistic animals. Despite their size, they don't have any problem going around larger birds. They do not fear pigeons, doves, parrots, even seagulls. They just don't care really. They find some crumbs and they fight for it. They do really fight. The paint is slowly getting that feeling of it is alive, that now has a soul, that represents something from nature. As I continue, I decided to paint little by little, respecting the areas, the shape of the bird, of this sparrow. A little hole so he could perch easily on this log and give it the illusion of a 3D picture or something. I wanted to follow the direction of the rings, but they prefer too random to follow, so I just painted over. Not too big, not too small, just the right size. I made sure it was painted in a deep black. Then I gave it a little bit more of deepness. And for a moment, it was all that I planned for this painting. But then I realized I could add way more details. One, because I was lost in the process of painting, and second, because why not? Plants, they really look cool. Try to paint some kind of, I don't know, some random leaves. This kind of fluffy fern leaves. They are so difficult for me to keep because the temperatures are too hot in here, but I love them. They have a really nice texture when you touch it, and I wanted to recreate it. That same fluffy-like texture. As I continue, I decided to give it more and more details, some highlights, some shadows. Not really shadows at this moment, but some lichens growing in some random parts. I wanted them to have a kind of a blue hue, so not everything was green. Start with a base color, add some shadows, and then the highlights. Then I added also some moss here and there to give the painting some, I don't know, to give the look, that the effect that being exposed to the nature, to different seasons, to the nature in general. At this point I just was lost in the process of adding details here and there, all at random, even tap it with my finger to give the illusion of this, of the mouse spreading everywhere. Basically what I did is just with the tip of the brush, dip it a little into yellow and just blend it with the fingers. Then I added a little bit of more lichens because they look beautiful. They're so complicated. They're such a complex nature formation actually. Now is when I decided to add some shadows to the entire painting. Basically what I did is add a little bit of black to water and splash it, creating an illusion of three dimension over this peculiar canvas. Then I added some last details, and something I wanted to do is add some tiny details with golden paint. I have gold flakes, but they are too tiny, so acrylic golden paint was the right decision. As you can see, I also painted some small feathers gold as well. Depending on the direction, some parts glow, some parts get darker. I decided to follow the lines between the rings of the log. Just not thinking exactly what, not focusing at all, just enjoying the moment. Here we are in the final parts, checking if adding some last details and about to call it done. Swinging around my pen, my brush, trying to think what more I could add to it. But this is done. I thought it would take me more time to do it, but it took me actually 1 hour. Was really satisfying to do. I hope you like it. Till the next time. Jade out.